Good morning, YouTube. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another video for Funique Services. As you already know, I'm Chris. It's time for some morning coffee and some chit chat, guys. First things first, I want to know how everybody's doing today. I got my new setup situated for now. Um, I've been trying to get things a little bit more organized, especially on my desk for right now, so that way I can have a, you know, more open and more accessible what you call it, workspace. I couldn't think of the name for a minute there. So yeah, like I said, there's nothing else really going on for me. This is my last day before I got to go back to work this weekend. So I'm probably not going to be able to stream after everyone gets home because we do have a few things that we are um scheduled to take care of later on this afternoon. But we will keep everybody posted on things. That way you guys know. Trying to think, there was another cord over here for something. I don't know what I did with it. I have no idea. I guess I'll find it later. Um, God, what did I do with that thing? Anyways, like I said, today we're hanging out, having some of our coffee, chit chat. Um, I am a little disappointed that I didn't really get a chance to really sit down and relax a whole lot um this week. We've been pretty busy with things. I'd like to be able to have a little bit more time to relax and not really have to do a whole lot to get myself ready for going back to work because I need every ounce of energy that I can get. So also anybody, I want to hear from you guys too, like how you all are doing, how your morning's going, stuff like that. Um, let us know. There you go. I just went ahead and changed the visibility for people. I was gonna do it on unlisted, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go to public right now. That way I can interact with you guys like in real time a little bit more easily. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome in. If you're new, my name is Chris. Right now, we're just having a coffee and chit chat session this morning, just hanging out for a little bit. Um, Later on today, I might end up going and just chilling and playing the PlayStation and getting whatever rest of the housework that I need done. Um, we do have a few appointments to take care of later on this afternoon. So sometimes I know after everybody gets home, I'll try to go live again for a little bit, but I'm not going to be able to this time. But if things change, then, we'll keep everybody up to date on that. So that way you're not left out of the loop. So yeah, like I said, this one, we're just chilling. Like I said, it's my last day off before I gotta go back to work. Um, so I'm just trying to make the most of it, trying to hang out with you guys for, whatever I can. So I've been trying to put out a few more different YouTube shorts. So if anybody knows from where I was getting at with some of the ones, especially with Ricky and Chad, the infamous raccoon and capybara duo. Well, the capybara part of it is basically because my wife loves capybaras. The raccoons are because all the years I've done security, I've always had at least one raccoon just randomly come up to me and try to befriend me. So, and then I just figured it was like, hey, I'll run with this. I mean, it's both something we can make a story from. I don't know. Really just randomly popped into my head one day and started that. Um, I'm just happy now that I'm actually able to make a little bit better quality shorts from that, which kind of helps. I think they turned out pretty good. I still got some more that I'm working on. Um Also, depending on time, I may put out another episode of our podcast, Funique Podcast. Um like I said, it's just very time dependent. It just depends. Like I said, cuz we got a lot of stuff going on this afternoon and sometimes it takes forever for that stuff to get finished, especially since I'm doing it by myself. And right now I don't really do any editing. I mean, I play around with it here and there, but a lot of times I just choose not to because I mean, there's kind of really no point. So, I mean, I kind of like to be a little bit more like straightforward and like, hey, okay, well, this is this. I mean, we're only human after all, anyways. If we make mistakes, we make mistakes. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Like I said, we're hanging out this morning. We're, having our morning tea or coffee or whatever you drink. Man, thing's already got a bunch of condensation on it. I'm drinking the pre-mixed coffee, the International Delights. I think it's the vanilla. I finished up my mocha already. It was actually pretty good. They For some reason they actually do kind of taste very similar to one another, which is weird. But I'm not complaining because it saves me on brewing my coffee and wasting those packs for work. So can't complain. Yeah, it's like I gotta plug my computer up. If I can find the cord. There we go. Crisis averted. All right, so just like our morning agenda is, all right, chat. I want you guys to let me know what you're brewing today, what you have for your morning beverage. First things first. Let me know in the chat, guys. Like I said, I have International Delights, um, pre-made coffee, the vanilla. I didn't feel like actually brewing anything until, I actually have no other choice to like this weekend when I go back to work. That's why I was like, every so often, whenever I have a little bit extra, I can just, use for snacks and stuff like that for work and stuff. I just get, um, a lot of times if it's not food and snacks for work, then it's, for me whenever I'm off, so I have something to eat here or drink. And with that, I like to try to save my actual hot coffee for those cool mornings. Um, so this is like a treat for me just to be able to just wake up, pour it in there, and just go for it and do what I need to do. It's kind of like a, little treat to myself. So yeah, guys, we'll go down here. If you look at the description, I've got a morning stream agenda for you guys. So first, like I said, we're going to have everybody check in with what you're drinking this morning. Let me know in the chat, guys, what you've got. And then next up, we'll be discussing what our goals and tasks are for the day. So yeah, mine. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what that was back there. Guinea pigs. They're making some weird noises. I don't know if they're irritating each other again or not, but like I said, it always happens whenever I'm back here trying to record or stream. That's when they decide they want to act up, which I don't understand. But it is what it is, guys. But yeah, next up on our agenda would be the daily intentions, where we discuss whatever our goals or tasks are for the day. Mine basically is the same as usual. It's going to be getting things ready for work for this weekend. I still got to take care of putting my work clothes away because, like I said, we've been really busy with other things that we've had to take care of. So I put my phone on do not disturb. It's irritating me. I don't like putting my phone on do not disturb because I might miss an important call or something. But whenever I'm doing something like this, I kind of have no other choice because I get tired of being irritated all the time. But let's go on. Like I was saying, today's my last day off before I got to go back to work this weekend. So on my agenda today would be taking care of whatever housework that I've got left, which right now is basically just doing dishes and then putting the rest of my work clothes away, getting that stuff taken care of. Um, and then just hanging out. I may go out there and play the PlayStation later, try to, you know, chill for as much as I can while I can before all the chaos hits. So yeah. So let us know, guys. Like I said, let us know what you're brewing this morning and what your daily tasks are for the day. That's going to be the first part of our morning agenda. We're going to see what's going on with everybody. And wherever you're watching from, please let me know. I think it's cool trying to, being able to see where everyone's from and, what time of day and stuff like that because it's kind of cool how, you just don't really think about it until you see it. It's like, dude, seriously, you're like from all the way on the other side of the whole the whole country, the whole world. But I think it's cool that, stuff like this is a way to bring everybody together and, um, you know, we we're all we're all made the same, guys. We may look different on the outside, but on the inside, we're all the same. We're all made by one. We're here together. We just have to learn how to get along and take care of each other. That's all it is. I'm always down for learning new things about different cultures and stuff too. I mean, if you don't learn to try to understand one another, then you're not going to go anywhere. So that's why we're supposed to be communicating with one another so that way we can learn about one another, and then we won't really have any issues. Just because you don't see eye to eye about something doesn't mean anything. Okay, well, now you know, like, why somebody doesn't see it. See, there you go. Problem solved. It's like, oh, okay. Well, fair enough. But yeah, like I said, this morning chit chat is basically just exactly what it is. We're hanging out, we're talking. I'm gonna spend as much time with you guys as I can. Um, like I said, I'm here to hang out, chill, have my coffee or whatever, go from there. So, but yeah, we're gonna. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not fully awake yet. My coffee hadn't kicked in really. Like I said, I just really sat down with it. So, okay, that's what that one's on. Also want to give a shout out to all my subscribers, especially my new subscribers here lately. I appreciate you guys. It does mean a lot to me that you guys actually, liked the videos and shorts and stuff that I put out enough to subscribe to me. Like I said, by all means, I'm not a professional. So, um, yeah, I'm just trying to put out whatever's up here out there, trying to get back into things, you know, learn and, just see whatever I can do with things. It's basically all it is for me. And also, like I said, if anybody's, watching or anything, if you have any like tips or tricks or anything else like that that you have for me, just let me know. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to trying to figure out different editing skills and different things I can do. Um right now the hardest thing for me is, like I said, is just coming up with ideas or also being able to go out somewhere and record stuff because, you know, financial problems, and the fact that there's really just not a whole lot of anything that goes on here. So I'm pretty much stuck to the confines of my house, which makes it a little bit more difficult trying to record things, unfortunately. So hopefully, within time, if we do end up finally getting, our own place, be able to have a little bit more freedom to do things. Um, one of my things that I wouldn't mind trying to would be, like some stuff around the house, but there's only so much I can do here because, you know, with it being a rental, it's not my property. So therefore I can't really do a whole lot. So I'm not going to, put somebody else's property on blast or anything like that. We're trying to fix stuff and you know what I mean? So I would, if there was something I would do around my own house, then that would be a different story. And then, you know, and then, like I said, if there's a mistake that I made, I could always go back to the video and compare it. And it's like, oh, okay. So that's something I wasn't supposed to do. Hopefully, we don't make mistakes, but I know it's gonna happen one way or another. So either way, so yeah. Also, I really want to push it, guys. If we could go check out Don and Chris Unfiltered, which is our other channel that me and my wife have together. Um, it should be in the description down here. It'll have where, you know, uh, well, I guess where it says where I'll be hanging out with you guys all day, it'll say the name of my channel, Funique Services, how many subscribers, and there's a whole thing that says videos about, and then my Twitch link, and then next to it, it should say the YouTube link for Don and Chris Unfiltered. We're trying to get some more content for that. Like I said, the most recent one that we were gonna do, I was trying to do a another word blanks, but for some reason, like it let me fill out the entire form, and then when I tried to open it, it just said that the website could not be found anymore. And then I tried going to it back, just going straight to the homepage again, nothing. But then I tried it the next day and it came back. So I don't know what's going on with that. That's one of the things also that, we like doing over there. I don't know, she likes doing stuff like Mad Libs and stuff like that. So I figured I was like, well, word blanks is, where you can fill out your own and you can make your own too. So, um, but like I said, it's just a matter of making sure it's going to work just like everything else. Because apparently for me, I have issues like crazy. If you've seen my other videos, God, I have so many issues when it comes to trying to record. I just want a simple recording session and it turns into a disaster like in an instant. And that's mostly because either something cuts out on me or, you know, something just happens to break. I don't know. All I know is that it's a pain in the butt and it's frustrating. I don't have all this high tech fancy stuff like a lot of people do. So I got to make do with what I got, guys. I'm not fancy. I'm not bougie. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna go back over here to the description, guys. Go over here. Let me know in the chat what coffee or what tea you're brewing. I'd like to know. I know there's different kinds. I mean, there's so many different kinds of teas and coffees. And here I am. The only ones I've had really have been like what mocha, French vanilla, and hazelnut and caramel. That's it. That's pretty much all the coffee that I've ever had flavor wise. I've never really tried a whole lot of anything else. I think one of the only other green teas that I've had is green tea. So I had green tea, sweet tea, obviously. Um, what else? Blackberry tea. That's good. And I know there's like several other ones out there too. Like I said, I know it's early in the morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning here. Um, I don't know what time it is where everyone else is from. If you want to drop where you're at, what time you have. Like I said, I'm sorry. I know I'm not making hardly any sense. I'm still waking up myself. There was something else I was gonna do. I just don't remember what it was. I don't know why. Come on. Don't be slow. There we go. So yeah, guys, what is up? If you're new to the stream, welcome in. I'm Chris. Today we're having our morning coffee and chit chat session. I think we should start doing this a little bit more. It might be something that we can just, wake up, have a good morning together, talk, have some conversation, let us know about what's going on for the day and, stuff like that. Also, it's a good way to keep you guys updated with, what we've got going on, stuff like that. So if anybody wants, you know, just let me know. If there's anything else you guys want to talk about, feel free. It's an open floor. If anybody wants to talk about whatever, just hit me up, guys. Like I said, that's what we're here for. We're here to hang out. We're here to talk. Um, huh. Oh, there is a market event going on. So my wife was talking about. I'm gonna share that with her. I know she's probably, um, unless she already saw it. I don't know. I'll go ahead and share it with her anyways. Better be safe than sorry, right, guys? I don't know why my computer decided to be slow all of a sudden. It was doing fine a minute ago. I guess it's because I have what, two browser pages open or tabs or whatever you want to call it, and then I got YouTube open. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't have the greatest technology, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a cheapskate. Okay, I'm poor. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, there we go. It's sent. So what's everybody up to today? How is everyone? Welcome in. Welcome in. We're going on 27 minutes live here on YouTube. Um, like I said, we're having our morning coffee or tea or, whatever you're drinking and chit chat. So let me know what you're brewing. Let me know what you're drinking. Um, I think it's cool. I gotta take care of this one because I'm not on that one anymore. Come on, let's go. Bye bye. Be nice if this thing was a little bit faster. Just, just a little bit. This thing is so slow. Like I said, it was fine a minute ago. And also, I tried something new instead of having. This is what I've been using. It's a little stand, little portable little stand for your computer. So I was using that at first, but then I was like, you know what? I forgot that I had the cooling things. What do you want to call them? The the laptop cooling stands. Those things. God, I can't even think straight. You know what I mean? You put your computer on it, and it has a fan built into it, and it keeps it cool. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just use that. And actually, it does kind of sit a little bit lower, like I need it to, so I can see my monitors. So I was trying to use the other one I had because it sits even lower, like I want it, but I can't find the freaking cord to it. And this one is built into it. So go figure. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take that one off. Maybe that might work a little bit better for us, right, guys? Maybe. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to like multitask over here. So, if anybody has any comments, questions, anything they want to know, please feel free to let me know anytime, either in the chat, either in the comments. Um, I'll do my best to go back and look through everything whenever I have an opportunity to. Like I said, I got my family to take care of, and I've got other things, going on. So if I don't get to them right away, I apologize. But things are getting a little bit crazy and a little busy here. So got a lot of stuff going on. Trying to get through it little by little, trying to keep my sanity, but you know how that is, especially in this day and age with everything that's going on. So yeah, if you haven't seen our channel before, Phoenix Services is basically like the umbrella. Okay. So Phoenix Services basically covers, like, if we decide to do anything else under it, then that's the umbrella. And then the other stuff is like, what's under the umbrella. So, like, for example, Dawn and Chris Unfiltered and Funik Podcasts is a part of Funik Services. So, if anybody was wanting to know how that was, that's why. Um, and the podcast part of it is mostly on Spotify. I do have a few videos that I've done for the podcast. I think they're also on Spotify also, but I think there maybe a few of them on here on YouTube on the channel. Um, I've been kind of weary about doing any more of the video ones because it takes up so much time. And I have to make sure that I have to start getting up as early as I do just to even go to work. And I don't have time for all that. I can't get up and wake everybody else up in the house while they're still trying to sleep until they have to get up. And so with me doing it by myself, it usually takes an all day thing. And I just figure it's like, well, if I can just do like an audio podcast, that's fine because then I don't really have to do much with it. If anything, I go through, if I really need it, depending on how, you know, how many pauses and stuff like that. And if I know it's like, well, it's okay, but it could be better. Um, then what I'll do is I'll use Riverside and I'll just upload it on there, go through the transcript and fix whatever, and then go from there. And that way it kind of cuts it where it needs to be and then makes it sound a little better. Other than that, I try to run through it. Um, without having to start over again several times. I'll just try to hit it one and done. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Um, thankfully, knock on wood, it's been working on, the first take. So I think the last video I did on here actually took me a few tries. So I don't know why. It's like any other time I have no issues whatsoever, but for some reason that time it took me, I don't even remember how many takes it took. It's like after a while, especially when you see your script for the first time, it's like even though, you know what it says, it's like, huh? You get tongue tied at a certain point. It's like, seriously? It's like I've been practicing this thing for so long and then somehow I still managed to screw it up. But it is what it is at that point. Like I said, that tends to be a reoccurring thing with me too. Yes, I know it is what it is. Because essentially it works for everything, right? Because essentially I'm just making sure we can hear everything okay. There we go. So, like I said, if you're new to the stream, welcome in. I'm Chris. Today we're having our coffee, tea, whatever you're drinking. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments what you're brewing this morning. Um, Also, like I said, the other part of our morning agenda is also to discuss what we're doing today, what our tasks are, um, just what you're up to. Feel free to come in, ask questions. That's what we're here for. Let's see. The first one, we'll do this. So we're gonna go ahead and start our Q&A session. It's basically just, if you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer. And also, if you want to answer our questions, it's right there for you. So we want to know, what are you brewing this morning, guys? Me, like I said, if you're new, I've got International Delights vanilla, cold coffee. I'm used to drinking my coffee cold anyways anymore, especially after I brew it. And then anytime I use a regular coffee mug, I don't understand why or how it just gets cold so fast. And I get tired of having to use a mug warmer all the time. I don't have room for it back here, so that's why if I usually decide I want to use it or need to use it, I try to make sure I'm out there. I got something in my eye. Sorry. I try to make sure I'm out there in the living room or something, so that way I can just put it on the counter and plug it in that way. But I mean, for the most part, any other time that I have any hot coffee that I brew it in one of my tumblers, that I take for work. But that's usually what it is. Or if I know, for example, um, if I brew my coffee ahead of time, whenever I have to go run my errands on Monday, whenever I go back, and it's for getting getting Munchkin's daycare money out and everything. So that's different. Then I'll just brew it and put it in a tumbler then, because that way I know I'm going out, but I still want my coffee. I'm not going to go without. I can't stand going a day without coffee. I had bad withdrawals the first time I decided to ever skip a day of coffee. God, I was irritable. You could ask my wife. I don't know if she remembers, but there was a day that I literally was like, I'm gonna try going without coffee. No, no. Me going a day without coffee is a disaster just waiting to happen, to be honest. I mean, it's already frustrating enough sometimes I don't get a sip of my coffee whenever I go to work until about, let's see, I get up at like 4:20 in the morning. I leave by like 4:45 ish. I get to work at 5, and then I'm there cleaning all the way up until sometimes it was like, I think one time it would actually took me all the way until about like 8 o'clock before I was actually finished cleaning. So, and I was just getting ready for the day because it was just so bad after I've been off but that was the first time I got to sit down and drink my coffee was after that. And I was not happy, but at least it was still hot. So I give it that. That's what saved it. It was still hot. If it was cold, then we'd be having some problems. So, yeah, I have to have my coffee, guys. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm one of those. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm a little bored, guys. I'm over here just scrolling on Facebook, trying to see what's going on. There's really not a whole lot going on, like I said. So, what's everybody doing today? I'm sure a lot of you guys are at work. I understand. Let me know if you're watching. Let me know what you're doing, guys. I just out of curiosity. That way I know that, hey, okay, you guys are busy. I don't know really what else I'm gonna do other than, you know, like I said, I got a few dishes I gotta do, and then later on I gotta put my laundry away, my work clothes. Of course, I'll have to leave one out for tomorrow. Make sure my alarms are set, and hope that the power doesn't go out again because it did yesterday. At at one point, I think that was yesterday, wasn't it? Or was that 2 days ago? I have no idea. I think it was 2 days ago. See what I mean, guys? I can't even remember half the stuff anymore. I'm trying. I'm sorry. Like I said, there's just so much going on that it's hard to remember some things. Can't help it. It is what it is. But yeah, I really think I've come a long way with my desk situation over here. I've got it cleaned up a lot. I mean, yeah, I do. I have a lot of cords hooked up because I don't have one of those. I got a couple of those like USB, little multi ports. That's what I'm using. But I don't know, guys. I'm trying to cut down on the cords, but at the same time, it's kind of hard when you need a lot of them to actually just do what you need to do. So, and I'm trying to make it look nice. Like I said, all this other stuff, I can't really do anything with. We don't have any storage, and a lot of this stuff is, just basically that. Just this is like this room for us is our storage slash office slash guinea pig room. As you guys know, the girls are over there behind me, just right over there. So I got to take care of those girls here after a little while too. I always make sure that whenever I eat breakfast, they eat breakfast too. When I eat lunch, the girls eat lunch too. Same thing. I make sure my girls are taken care of. Those are my babies. And then when Munchkin and Wifey get home, same thing. I take care of my wifey, and I take care of my son. And boy wears me out too whenever he gets home. I'm like, dude, I'm exhausted, even from doing stuff around the house and whatnot. That boy is nonstop energy, dude. Like, I don't even remember half of anything that I did when I was his age. Like, I don't even remember if I was, you know, a typical toddler like that. I don't remember. But dude, I do wish that we had his energy because then I'd be able to get a lot more done. But there's no way. This kid is he's on a whole nother speed level. He comes home and daddy, 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 mama, mama, mama. Like, dude, slow down. Take a breath. Give us 2 seconds. Okay, what's up? Like, you gotta slow down, bud. It's almost like he's on a sugar rush every time he comes home. It's like, dude, I needed you to take a breath, slow down for a second. I can't take it all in at once, dude. I'm sorry. Daddy's a little slow. You gotta slow things down for me. But yeah, I think it's cool that, he's getting ready to start kindergarten this year, man. I still can't get over that. The fact that one, I'm married, and 2, I have a son that's about to be a kindergartner. Like, I know I was the one that ended up going and, registering him, but at the same time, it's like, it still really hasn't sunk in. It's like, I never thought in the first place that I'd be married, let alone have a kid. So it's like and now it's, like, hitting me, it's like, "Dude, this is real." Like, he's actually about to start, like, big kid school. I'm like, "Dude." And it still feels like yesterday that I was just literally at home with him, taking care of him, feeding him, burping him, changing his diapers and everything. Just it's like, dude, it just doesn't feel like it was that long ago. It's crazy. I'm sorry. I know I'm looking around everywhere. I'm like I said, I'm trying to multitask with you guys at the same time. I'm trying to get a lot of other stuff done while I'm on the computer. I might as well. But yeah, back to our stuff. I do have our Q&A. Our first question that's up is, what are you guys brewing this morning? Let me know if you're brewing tea, coffee, uh, you know, whatever it is. Like I said, me, I am drinking International Delights, the pre-made coffee. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it's just the International Delights vanilla or French vanilla. I didn't really look at the label. All I saw was vanilla, and I remembered that's exactly the one that I got before and I liked it. So I just grabbed it again. If I like it, I get it. If I could afford it. If not, yeah, I guess gotta move on. Take my losses. Preferably not, but I need to go back over here and go ahead and get rid of that other one. So yeah, like I've always been saying, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If you have any suggestions or if you want to, say, hey, why don't y'all try maybe making a video on this? Let us know. We're always open to suggestions. We're always open to, you know, trying different things and seeing what we can do. It makes it easier on us too, so that way we're not like stuck in our own rut trying to figure out, well, what can we do? It's like it's sometimes it's hard trying to figure out on your own like, okay, well, I can only, do this because I've only got this. You know what I mean? So, it is a pain. Like I said, I have a hard time coming up with ideas. That's why even lately, even though it sucks, sorry, I'm sorry, YouTube, but whenever I use the AI to kinda the helper to kinda say, "Hey, can you scan through my videos and, based on that, what other things do you think I can do?" And it's pretty much the same thing, but only slightly different. And I want something actually different. I since I don't really have anybody else really to help brainstorm a lot more, um, I've had to sit down and actually try to rely on that. And like I said, that's another reason why it's difficult because even that help doesn't really help. So between that and everything else, it's kind of hard not, to not have any other content ideas or anything. So and I'd like to be able to have a lot more to work with. I like to be able to have, some plan going forward. Right now, the only thing that I can really do is just make some shorts and maybe turn that into a video somehow. I don't know. Um, it's pretty much about it. That or just you guys following me around the house while I do housework. That's about the only other things that I can think of that I can really do with what I've got, which, like I said, it sucks. And if there was a lot more stuff going on around town or, you know, even outside my house, then I would do that. But the only thing going around the outside of my house is a freaking rave going on with all the stuff that she's got for the small rodents like the chipmunks and squirrels and mice that, you know, like to wreak havoc around here. So yeah, it looks like a freaking rave. Every time you drive by the house, it looks like a rave. But I mean, I guess on a good side, on a good note, we don't have any problems with them. Now we just have the squirrels and chipmunks licking the bait off of the traps and dragging the traps halfway through the yard and chewing on them. So the traps are supposed to be for the mice, but the squirrels and chipmunks get a hold of them, and then like the other day, I finally found one of the traps that she was looking for that she lost. It was like halfway down the backyard, almost to the creek. I told her, I said, "Yeah, remember that trap that you said you lost? I found it. It was halfway down the hill, chew marks all over it." It's like, yeah, it's time to get a different kind of trap. It's time for a different one. What is this? I just discovered something new on here. Hmm. I want to try something. Hmm. I wonder if this is actually going to work. It's another thing on Google that I just found. Must be new because I've never seen it before. But I'm not complaining because maybe this might actually be something else that I can use. Maybe. Just like how I was just saying, I said I need some more tools that I can use to try to bring you guys some better stuff. And I think I may have actually found something. Well, knock on wood, right? Look, it's almost done. Ha, funny. That is funny. Wow. That okay. So, yeah, now I'm playing around with this, right? God. Here, I'll bookmark this one. That way I know to go back to it. So, alright, I'm gonna try this one. Animate an image. Yeah, yeah, I know. About the only other one I have. Ah, scratch my ear. I hate it when, like, the very top of your freaking ear itches. Okay, so let's go. Alright, so let's see. Alright, let's try this one. I'm trying something different, testing this new thing out apparently. Maybe it's something I can use in the future for whatever. It seems to be doing pretty decent job so far. Wow, we've already been online for going on 58 minutes, guys. We've almost been live for an hour. What's everybody doing today, guys? Good morning. We're doing a Q&A session right now. Right now, I want to know what you guys are brewing this morning. I have internet, excuse me. I have International Delights vanilla. So that's what I'm sipping on. I got a little bit more left over for like a little refill. All right. Let's see. Hold on. Sorry about that. The girls are well, Nominee is irritating her sister per usual. I want that in hold on, guys. Sorry about that. I had to go see what the girls were doing. Okay, so I'm gonna try something real quick. Let's let's see how this works. Sounds like I got one of those freaking birds on the outside of the house. This is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. I can't get anything done back here in my office because one, I got a bird pecking on the freaking house, and then I gotta deal with the girls irritating the crap out of each other. This is why 9 times out of 10, I don't come down in my office and record anything is because of this. Because I can't get anything done, without having some kind of interruptions. Okay, we're back. Like I said, I'm sorry I have to keep dealing with these girls being naughty. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm doing right now, guys. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. It's going on 9 o'clock, guys. We've been online for a little bit over an hour. Right now we're messing around with some other things online that we can possibly use for things. So yeah, if you're new, the question's still up there. What are you brewing this morning, guys? I've got International Delights coffee that I got. Vanilla is the flavor. If just let me know in the chat and comments what you guys are drinking this morning or what you're brewing this morning. Um, and then we'll get the next question up after that, which we'll go ahead and get that one up next. I meant to do that as a Q&A. My bad. Hold on. I'm not fully awake, guys. There we go. Yep. I kind of like that one. No, it's kind of funny. All right, guys. So we got the new question up for you guys. It's what are you brewing today and what are your daily tasks? We just want to know what's up, see how everyone's doing today, all that fun stuff. We're not doing anything today. We're hanging out. We're talking to you guys. So if you have any questions, anything you want to add, just feel free. Like I said, that's what we're here for, guys. If you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to. If you have any comments, questions, or anything else like that, feel free to let us know. I don't mind. Like I said, we don't bite either. So, but yeah, like I said, if you're new to the stream, I'm Chris. Welcome to Funique Services. This is also where we do our Funique podcast, also where we do Dawn and Chris Unfiltered. Um, like I said, this morning is just, coffee and chit chat. So if anybody wants to talk, anybody wants to join in, you're more than welcome to. Be my guest, guys. If you have any comments, questions, or anything else like that, please feel free to let me know in the chat. I'll answer to the best of my ability. Right now, I'm just kind of, oh God, I about choked on it. I went down the wrong way. Excuse me. That kind of hurt. But yeah, like I said, we're just hanging out. I'm just multitasking. I found a new thing over here that I can possibly use for some content. So I'm just kind of messing around with that. Can't really let the secret out of what it is just yet. So you'll just have to wait and find out. Sorry. But yeah, we're just having fun. We're just hanging out. Probably after a little while, it'll be time for me to go get my breakfast started, which I don't know what it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be um probably just a bowl of cereal, knowing me. So, what's up, everybody? What is up? I still can't get over the fact I have 111 subscribers, guys. That is freaking awesome. I appreciate you all for that. Like I said, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to use the platform like this. Let's keep it up, guys. I'm going to try to bring you guys some better stuff. Like I said, I'm finding out new things every day. Um I've been on the hunt for different, you know, um pieces of equipment and stuff like that that I can make better stuff with. Um, Little by little, everything's coming together. It's just like I said, we've got a whole bunch of other things going on that's, um, taking up a lot more time here. So there's not really going to be as much. And like I said, stuff like this. Today's my last day. I'm trying to squeeze in everything I can for you guys. I got to go back to work this weekend, so I'm trying to push everything out as much as I can so that way, you have something to work with. I don't want to leave you guys just high and dry and be like, man, well, normally he does this. I'm like, well, been a little busy, like I said, and then I just haven't had time to really, do a whole lot. So, um, my bad. If you ever hear any echo or anything, that's just me checking the audio. Anybody that's new, yeah, it just makes it easier on me because I don't have anybody else to let me know. Yeah, yeah, I'm all by myself. I can't really do a whole lot, so it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But anyways, like I said, I usually try to eat my breakfast around 10 o'clock, so we got at least another hour, um, depending. I may go out there. I may stream on Twitch for a little bit. I don't know. I might stream my PlayStation for a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, it really just depends on how I feel. Because for the most part, it's like, well, I just really, I don't know. I'm just in a way just kind of like not up for it, really. to be honest. So, what's up? Is everybody okay today? I know a lot of you are probably working. I'll be back to work tomorrow, so I'll be right in the same boat with you guys. Um, yeah, I wish one of these days I can come into work and, after I get done cleaning up everything, sit down and be able to at least catch up on a 1 or 2 episodes of my shows that I wanna watch for a minute while I'm waiting for people to come in, but, I mean, that's what I usually try to do is, like, if I have time and I've already done absolutely everything that I need to do, cleaning, turning equipment on, emptying out bins and stuff like that, and there's absolutely nothing else for me to do, I'll try to sit down, drink my coffee for a minute, catch up maybe on an episode of Steve Wilkos or something, or any of my other shows that I watch, any other channels I watch on YouTube too also, so it usually just depends. Um, it'd be nice, but I know I'm probably not gonna be able to because whenever I go back, it's a disaster zone, so, um, unfortunately, so I gotta spend more time doing extra cleaning. I miss those days to where I could actually just come in and just, you know, have a bin or 2 to empty out and then just, you know, drink my coffee for a minute until people start coming in and I got, go out there and help them. But I know it's like I said, it's probably not gonna be. So we'll see. Um, I mean, it things have been going decent so far, so I mean, I can't really complain. It's not as bad, but I mean, still, it's exhausting. But someone's gotta do it, right? Ugh. I'm almost done with this. I got a refill. I got a little bit left. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably play around with this new thing I found. Let's see. I have no idea. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. Let's see how this one does. I know I really like to have that sign up here. If I can point to it. There you go. I'd really like to be able to turn that on. But every time I turn it on, it's just like so freaking bright. It's hard to see it. So that's why I just leave it like that. That way at least you guys can read it. I found that at the infamous Dig and Find store. I thought that was cool. I was like, that'd be perfect for my studio, man. It'd be perfect. That way I can hang it up right there behind me, you know, have I'm trying to make it look better, guys. I'm sorry. Like I said, I know it's not the greatest looking background or whatever. Like I said, I have to work with what I've got. And like I said, I don't have a whole lot. I apologize. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. I didn't think about that. I don't have a light like that. Well, I do have a ring light. I just don't. The only light that I'm using right now, I've got that little other light over here. And I've got a light that's on my camera too, but nah. Yeah, I'm just playing around with stuff now. If I can even type right. Okay. Let's try this one. I think I found something cool. Okay, okay, okay. Let's try this one. So yeah, I'm just playing around with some new tools, guys. I found this earlier. We're still drinking our coffee. I'm still working on it. Sorry. I'm not the fastest drinker in the world. Yeah, no, it's not. No. No, 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 no. No. How about this one? That one might be better. Let's try this one. Bam. I'm just like I said, I'm playing around with different things, trying to figure out what I can and can't do with stuff. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm trying to find one that I can use for probably like some like intros and stuff like that, especially like to help me out whenever I'm not feeling good. If it works, it works. We'll see. Why? No. No. No, 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 no. Ugh. Bleh. Those are really all the ones that they have. I'll try this one. What's up, YouTube? Does anybody have any questions or anything? Like I said, we have a question for you guys. What are you brewing today, and what are your daily tasks? Today, like I said, I'm just drinking my coffee. I still got a little bit more to go. After that, all I have to do is just deal with putting my work clothes away. And other than that, I just have some dishes to do. But right now, I'm just playing around with some stuff here on the computer, trying to figure out what I can do and what I can use for future projects. So that's all I'm doing today. I think I like that one. I think I like that one. I like it. All right. So, as you guys know, I do incorporate some AI with my stuff. I'm just trying to find a voice mostly for me for um especially if I'm not feeling good and I still want to be able to give you guys some, a podcast episode or something, for example, then at least I have something to kind of help with that. Also, it's just for fun, guys. I'm not doing it for anything else. It's just playing around with stuff, seeing what, you can do with different things. That's about it. So yeah, basically. Okay. So there's that. My neck hurts from going back and forth on this. Ugh. All right. Trying something out, guys. Bear with me. Like I said, if you're new to the stream, welcome in. I'm Chris. Welcome to Funique Services. Today we're having coffee and chit chat. Also right now I'm just chilling, trying different things. You know, kind of working with things, trying to see what I can do over here with with my stuff. So, you know, stuff like that. I'm just trying to figure it out little by little. I turned the microphone volume up. Maybe that helps a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be too loud or not. I haven't checked it again, but my back was hurting and, I had to, be able to back up a little bit from it. So it hurts. Okay. I'm going to go back to this one. Okay. I'm multitasking here, guys. I'm sorry. I know you could probably hear the girls over there drinking on their water bottles. I wonder how this is going to do. All right. I know I'm quiet, guys. I'm just like really focused. I'm I'm just experimenting with some things over here. Like I said, I still have the question up for you guys if you want. Like it's coffee and chit chat today. I just want to know what you guys are brewing today and what your tasks are for the day. Mine, obviously, drinking my International Delights coffee and working on some things. Um, working on some things. Uh, working on some things. Okay, I just trying to make sure that I got the microphone a little bit further away from me, like I said, so I can lean back a little bit more in my chair so I don't hurt my back. Like I said, I'm just trying to chill as much as I can, trying to get as much rest as possible. Not like sleep rest, but just, trying not to overexert myself or anything else so that way I'm good to go for tomorrow at work again. So, because I know I'm definitely going to need it. I'm going to need all the energy I can get. Also, if you guys are watching from work, please let me know. That way I know. That way I can kind of like, I guess, in a way, better schedule things for you guys. Um, Especially those of you who actually are interested in watching and stuff. I want you to be able to enjoy it and, not have to worry about, um, you know, missing out on anything. I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't supposed to do that. Come on now. I have no idea what I'm doing, guys. All right. Let's see how this does, guys. Let's see how this does. Oh, me? I'm just playing around with some different stuff on the computer. I found some more tools that I can use for trying to work on some of my videos and stuff like that. So I'm just playing around with that, finishing up my coffee, getting ready to eat breakfast before too long and take care of all that stuff. I got dishes and stuff to do too. What are you guys doing today? Pretty much other than that, all we're doing is just hanging out. I mean, I've literally got nothing else to do. Um, like I said, I'm just chilling for as long as I can because it is my last day before I got to go back to work this weekend. So, Let's see. I have no idea what I'm doing. Ugh, my stomach is growling. Let's see. I need to go back over here. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Oh, can I not put something in there? What in the world, man? There we go. Let's see if that works. It's loading. Okay, I just trying to make sure that I got the microphone a little bit further away from me, like I said, so I can lean back a little bit more. A little bit further away from me, like I said, so I can lean back a little bit more. A little bit further away from me, like I said, so I can. Okay, at least I know the audio's somewhat decent. I want to let me do a picture for this. Hmm. 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 Usually it doesn't sound too bad. I love it. Ugh, God, I'm so tired, guys. I'm still waking up. Okay, so I guess I'll do this. What was I gonna do? I have no idea what I was gonna do, guys. I'm having brain fart after brain fart. I'm trying to multitask, and it is a freaking pain, dude. Um, I have no idea. Hmm. Yeah, we're just working on a few things, guys. I'm sorry. I'm like super focused. Well, trying to figure this out, but I cannot find what I'm looking for. So, what's everybody else up to today? What are you guys drinking this morning? And what are your daily tasks? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat, guys. Like I said, we're hanging out. I'm multitasking here. I'm also working on something, testing something out, see if it's going to work right or not. Um, so yeah. Okay, I might as well just went to that one instead. Yeah, I'm trying to figure things out, guys. I'm sorry. I got a lot of stuff going on. Um, like I said, here in a little bit, I'm going to end up stopping and getting myself some breakfast. I haven't eaten anything yet. So, yeah. Um, I'm getting a little hungry, guys. My stomach is growling. All I've had is my coffee, and I'm still not done with it. I still got a little bit left to finish up. I still got just a tad little bit left in the carton in order to, make it worth it, finish it up. All right, we're gonna try something. Maybe this will work. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh god, that hurt. Oh, everything's popping and cracking and all kinds of stuff, man. Ugh. So yeah, what's up, guys? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. If you're new, we're going on 2 hours live. This is one of the longest ones I've had so far. We're hanging out for a little bit. I'm getting some stuff done, playing with a few new things I found to be able to, work on my content and stuff with. So, um, like I said, we're finishing up my coffee. I got a little bit more left. If anybody has any comments, questions, or anything else like that, please don't be afraid to let us know. Ask us in the comments, ask us in the chats. We're doing a Q&A also today for this video. Just wondering, what you guys are brewing today and what are your daily tasks. We're just trying to see what you guys are up to, hang out, have some fun, You guys are up to hang out, have some fun, hang out, have some. Okay. Yeah, like I said, if anybody's ever wondering why I go back and I do that and you hear all that, it's just me checking on my audio to make sure everything is where it needs to be because like I said, I want it to be decent for you guys so that way it's not like blaring or too soft or something like that where either you have to turn your volume down or if I have to turn the volume up so you guys can hear me. Um yeah, I have to go back and check myself because I don't really have anything else to really test it other than because I hear myself just fine in my headset, and I don't know exactly how it sounds to you guys, so I have to go and check on it myself and make sure it's good for you all. So um, right now I am currently testing something out with. Like, for example, if I'm really bad sick and I've lost my voice, but I still want to get a podcast episode out for you guys, what I'm trying to do is trying to see if maybe I can do one of my podcast episodes with a voiceover. Um, so that way, if you guys still want to figure out, find out what the next episode is and yada yada yada, maybe I'm feeling under the weather and I've lost my voice or something, then that way I can have something for you guys. That's the only reason why I would really use it, or unless I'm like really busy and trying to get some stuff out for you guys. Um, I try to keep all my stuff all original though, if I can. Um, it's really hard, especially whenever you don't have the ability to do stuff like I do. I don't have a whole lot to work with, so I have to kind of rely on other things to kind of help me. And in a way, I do kind of look at it and was like, okay, well, I could probably do this. It gives me some ideas from it. So, but yeah, we're working on things little at a time. Just waiting on this file to upload. Takes a minute. It takes a minute. So, what are you guys doing today? Like I said, I'm just playing around with stuff. I'm chilling, finishing my coffee, all that fun stuff. I know it's not really a whole lot. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not crazy and it's like, hey, check out this new video. I'm not like that. I'm more laid back, you know. I'm slowly creeping up on 40, so I don't really have that kind of energy. So I just want to, just want to sit back, hang out, chill, work on some things, have fun with it, have fun with you guys because you guys are, you know, what brought me here. Um, and I appreciate you guys. I really do. You guys are freaking awesome. Like, honestly, you guys really are. Because, like I said, to be honest, without y'all, I wouldn't be here. So that's why I greatly appreciate you guys. And I know, like I said, I'm not like one of those crazy YouTubers that's got like all the freaking energy in the world and going nuts doing crazy stunts and all that other stuff. I'm sorry. That's just not my style. Um, what's going on? There. I wonder why that thing wouldn't open up all the way. I forgot I had the cord attached to it. Kind of would help, you know what I mean? Would kind of help. Just a tad bit. This thing is taking forever. Hopefully it actually is uploading because I don't want to sit here and wait all day. I really don't. I've got things that I've got to take care of, especially like feeding myself. Um, it's kind of important to say the least. Yeah. Yep. That's a little bit important, you know what I mean, guys? Got to make sure we eat. And me, I'm the kind of person where you already know, if you know, you know. I get so distracted and I get so busy working on stuff like this back here that sometimes, 9 times out of 10, I forget to stop what I'm doing and make myself food. So, Yeah, I need to start getting a little bit better at, prioritizing eating. I know it's such a simple thing, but it's like I've got so much to do, so much I need to do, so much I want to do, but I want to try to get as much done as possible, if that makes sense. I'll try out one of these other lights if I can get this freaking thing untied over here. So if you're new to the stream, welcome in. My name is Chris. Welcome to Foodink Services. Currently, I'm working on a test podcast episode. In case anyone's wondering, yes, it is using an AI voiceover, but I'm testing to see if worse come to worse, if I'm ever sick, that I have a way that I can still get you guys um an episode out, so that way, you know, it's a little easier on me. That's the plan anyways. Whether or not it's actually going to work or not, it's to be decided. So, yeah, might have to put this probably. I can, well, yeah. I need to put this where I can. I have no idea. It's got to be somewhere around. Well, that's not going to work. I thought that was going to work, but nope. I don't want to. No, I don't want to squeeze that. I wonder if I could just even just prop it up. I don't know. We shall see. Well, if that was the case, I could have just left it the way it was. What in the world are you girls doing over there? Stop fighting. Lord have mercy. That's what happens when you have two female guinea pigs, guys. Just so you know. Kind of probably would have been a good idea to have it the way it was. Dum dum. Okay. Just working on some things, guys. I'm working on a few things. My bad. Like I said, I'm still in the process of setting things up the way I need them, preferably. Might help if I turn the power button on. There we go. It gives me a little bit lighting right there. Right? Yeah. Gives me a little bit better lighting, doesn't it? I don't know where else I could really put it. There's really not a whole lot of room. Like I said, I can only move it around so much. So, if you need some extra lighting, I got some extra lighting going. A little bit, or it's not like too crazy. It's a video conference light, so good freaking lord, is this thing even done? Let me see if it's even done. Let me refresh it. If not, I'm probably gonna have to restart it, and I don't want to because it's gonna take up more of my time. It's already 10 o'clock, guys. It's already 10 o'clock. It's already almost time for me to basically get my breakfast in my stomach. Hopefully, this thing is already done so that way I can move on. And Apparently not. Please be in here. Please be in here. Please. Why is it empty? It's a pain in the butt, guys. Pain in the butt. 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 Yeah. Now it looks like I have to try to re-upload this. Select the file. Yes. Yes. Right here. Open. I hope this works, guys. I really do. All right. So essentially, while this is going on, and I'm gonna go stop for a little bit. I'm gonna go get myself something to eat. And of course, as I say that, now it's actually uploading it. Of course, like I was saying, I'm gonna go stop for a minute, guys. I'm gonna go get myself something to eat. Get myself some more coffee. If you guys want me to go live again, let me know. If not, then we'll deal with it later. We'll keep you guys updated too on what's going on, and if we're able to do anything else later on this afternoon. Like I said, we've got a lot of things going on this afternoon, so we may or may not be able to, go live again later on, depending on the circumstances. But if we do, we'll let you guys know. Uh, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share the video. Like I said, I love hanging out with you guys. This is just something I like to do for fun. I like to get online. I like to be able to sit down and meet new people, have conversation. Just get to know people. Um, so yeah, I mean, and like I said in previous videos too, if you want to be a guest, let me know. I'll send you a link, and then that way we can, maybe record an episode or something together. Have some good conversation and stuff. So, um, other than that, guys, I'm gonna go get myself something to eat. So, with that being said, I appreciate you all that have showed up. I appreciate you guys who have liked and subscribed. You guys are awesome. If you haven't subscribed already, please feel free to do so. And we will see you all in the next one.